Today is day 41. I didn't do an end cap on last night, so I'm doing that right now. 12.7 miles. I have some decisions I have to, hiker problems. But that's all it is hiker problems. Packing up my stuff right now. Day 41. I started early this morning, like 7:30. I wanted to get out of there because I didn't have reception. Oh. I know Grandma Gatewood didn't need, or Earl Schaefer didn't need reception. Or those back in the 70s or the 80s or the 90s didn't really need reception. But I felt some sort of way. Not able. When you're in the lowlands, you don't get reception. But I was able to get reception on top of Rowan Mountain. No, but my point is, starting early, I get to be the one to clear all the cobwebs that were strung out overnight by all the forest spiders. Spider webs to the face. Down, down, down we go. Hardcore Cascades. Everybody. The only downside today is that I'm out of candy. Moreland Gap Shelter. Music will move you. Nomad by Black Label Society. A song that's motivating. Just imagine yourself hiking this trail. I can feel myself getting stronger. And then you listen to a song like Nomad from Black Label Society. And it pushes you to walk without your trekking poles. It made me feel strong. Shout out to Black Label. When you stop watching this, turn that song on. If you're thinking about doing the Appalachian Trail or any trail for that matter, listen to a powerful song that moves you. I named my little kitten Zach, Z-A-K-K, after Zach Wild from Black Label. See how these trekking poles are? They're under my arms. I don't have to, look, see, hands free. Trekking poles are right there, hands free. You can do what you want. You can do what you want when you put your trekking poles under your arms, hands free. You can do what you want. Yeah. Whoa. Check out the tan line. Whoa. Oh, I think I spy something. Is that what I think it is? If that's a rotted old cabin. Yes, it is. We finally meet the rotted old cabin. I've been waiting. This is such a landmark. This is the back end of it. Rotted old cabin. You saw what on the hump?
On the back side of the hump.
Big hump?
The big hump. We crossed over the hump and went down. We was having lunch. We hiked up on the hump and we was sitting there having lunch. And we was sitting there and it was over on the next ridge from us. Bradley Gap was a valley down below us.
Are you serious?
And sitting over on the hill, I thought it was a black bear dead, and where the all-terrain vehicles been going up the steep part of the grade, and it looked like a black bear laying over dead. You could see it was a windy day, You could see sway in the hair blowing back and forth.
Oh my
You couldn't
God.
keep your hat on your head that day up there. You had to put it on. I put mine
It
on
was
Dale.
black.
This was Hump
It
Mountain.
would turn to brown. I was with him. I
Oh.
saw it too.
He said
You saw it.
Both saw it.
Both saw
Yeah.
it. He thought it was someone sitting over there on an ATV, on a four-wheeler sitting there. But I was like, no, man, that's a dead black bear.
It's big.
It was big. It was as wide as ATV trail was sitting there. And then, well, so we decided we sitting over. We had lunch. It was a good ways away. It's like I say, we was on this ridge and it was over here. So we got up when we got down in Bradley Gap, down the valley. Anyway, we started going up the trail. Whatever it was.
Oh.
Stood up and run away, and you could see the gap between its legs running up. It run up the mountain that Al and I could just barely hike up.
Oh wow.
And it ran across
stood
the,
up.
It ran
When
across
it
the
stood
ridge
up, it was facing
as
us.
fast as it did.
Are you
Turned
serious?
around, and you could see daylight between them legs.
Yep.
It wasn't a bear, huh?
It was monster, whatever it was.
It had to be 10 foot. You could see it up here, and down below was hikers, and it was twice as big as the hikers were, and both of them about the same distance away.
We were far away, you know. They loud.
What is that called?
A wood knock,
So what is a wood knock?
a communication between them. From what I've watched,
That's a warning. We've had
Yeah, like a
knocked at us
warning.
before.
we've had
And we
rocks
leave.
thrown at us.
One had knocked one time and then it broke the tree.
Are you talking Sasquatch?
We don't know
whatever y'all
what
call
it
it.
is. We just hear it. We heard a tree break off,
That's his footprint.
and that was in ground as hard as this right here.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
about
God.
an inch deep, I'd say.
Oh wow. I'm amazed. I'm blown away by this story today.
We were on the other side of the mountain, which is
See,
Rome.
look here.
That's his hand next to the front print.
The big hole is his big toe.
You can see the print. Yeah, that hole is his big toe. These fellas here, tell us your
I ain't
names.
got my damn stick. I left my stick at home. Need that
My
one.
name's Alan.
Alan,
Hahn.
I'm Jimmy Brewer.
and this is the Ridge Walkers.
We're the Ridge Walkers.
Now,
Local
it,
hiking group.
it was a pleasure to meet you fellas.
Yeah,
It certainly was. Stories by the old rotted cabin.
Went around this tree. This great big log was stuck in there to jam it.
So what could have done that? You don't know. This was done in Hughes Gap.
Hughes, H-U-G-H.
How far is that away from here?
Well, you went close to it when you come across.
I
the
already
road.
passed it,
Yeah.
and I've been sleeping out there in the forest
Yeah.
with this.
But you've not heard no screams or no knocks or nothing, have you?
I've heard whispers.
Oh, they sound like jabbering? Like hitting it with a baseball bat.
I've heard whistling.
They whistle.
behind me.
That's them. They whistle.
Wait a minute. I've heard about skinwalkers,
Now, I don't know about skinwalkers.
but what could be whistling behind me that I know isn't birds?
Bigfoot.
Yeah.
They whistle.
In the Smokies?
We're in Appalachian.
I was in
We're
the
Appalachian.
Smokies, brother. There's a spider.
It'd be-
I was in the Smokies and I could have swore I heard whistling.
For sure, they're in the smoke.
Behind me.
I'll tell you what, once we seen it up here and we got to talking about it more and more,
Yeah.
you wouldn't believe the old timers that come forward with their stories.
Tells us, well, you know, one
Dude,
man.
you're
we
coming
never
forward
would-
to me with your stories, and
would
this is
never tell
amazing
nobody
to
'cause we
me.
thought people would think was crazy.
My friend Al.
Hey, I'm going
he
to be
was a
sharing this story.
Al was a non-believer up till we started hiking in the deep woods.
You're a non-believer?
Yeah, I took
laugh
the take
when I
or
talk
leave it,
about
you
it.
know.
So I shouldn't be worried just only about bears. It could be.
Well, as long as you stay out of their territory.
Yeah.
Is the Appalachian Trail run through any of that territory?
I've never heard of nobody ever being hurt by a Bigfoot.
Not on the trail.
I've
We're
never heard
talking.
nobody
See,
being
we don't
hurt.
stay on the trail.
Man, this
we
gives
find
me-
a deer
no.
trail and head up through the woods.
No, I found you guys coming off that end.
Yeah.
Well, we was over
We
there
never
checking
stay
it out.
on the trail.
We was looking for mushrooms, man.
Oh, brothers.
Yeah, deer
okay.
trail's the best
I want
way
to
to
hang
go.
this up, but it has
but
been a
good
pleasure to
looking,
meet
guys.
you. That story fell into my lap. True Stories of Sasquatch by the Old Rotted Barn. That was a blessing. That was obviously the highlight of my day. And for them to let me share this story, their story, with you, thank you, brothers. Black Bear Resort, hikers welcome. Cabins, bunkhouse, store, shuttles, slack packing. Oh, and they have a little cafe here. That's what's up. This little part of Tennessee, it's like a back road. Walking towards Black Bear Resort. Looks like that resort's right ahead. How about I jump in that water first?
Doing my laundry.
I'm the only one here. I'm in the Black Bear Hostel bunkhouse. That's my bunk right there. I'm the only one here right now. You want to read this? If not for my struggles, I might not know my strengths. I may not know my strengths. Think about that. That's a good one. But I got the first pick of these bunks. Right there is mine. I like how they have these little curtains on them, so you get a little bit of privacy. It's time for a shower. I thought I'd share with you how I stopped the jet boil from making a clickety-clacking sound while I'm hiking. So if I put this in there like that, I put this in there like that, then I put this on there like that, like it says, in my backpack, it's gonna go clickety-clack, clickety-clack. Who wants that? I don't. So I take my canister on the bandana. Then I will put the canister in there. Then put this on. So there's no more clickety-clack. Because that's annoying when you're hiking. Any clickety-clacks. So there's a pro tip. Pro tip, who am I? Yeah, so you know, I thought I'd share that with you. In case you're thinking about going hiking. So in case you didn't catch on earlier today, those two older fellas were talking about the Appalachian Bigfoot.